Students at Marshall Early Learning Center spent time with students from a slightly different type of school. Recruits with the Newport News Police Department's Basic Law Enforcement Training Academy visited Marshall during their Community Week. This is a time when recruits learn how deep the police department's commitment to community is woven into the fabric of this nationally accredited law enforcement agency. At Marshall, Police Recruit Class 33 was warmly welcomed by school leaders before meeting the young mariners. In each classroom, recruits assisted preschool and kindergarten students with their daily learning tasks. Together, they learned new letters, read books, explored technology, and wrapped up their morning routines. For students of all ages, this was a special time, while also giving the younger Marshall students a chance to ask the recruits about their future careers in law enforcement. By strengthening relationships among students, educators, and police, these Newport News Police Department recruits are already showing a genuine commitment to serving our community. Families at Palmer Elementary enjoyed a special treat during back-to-school night in late September. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, Palmer hosted an engaging and educational Hispanic Heritage celebration. Hispanic students make up almost half of the entire student population at Palmer, and the school is home to 3 newcomer classes for students who speak English as a second language. During the celebration, all families were welcome to tour several learning stations that showcased the scientific, artistic, athletic, and historical impacts Hispanics have contributed worldwide. Educators assisted students at each station with hands-on learning experiences, literacy connections, and an in-depth exploration of the rich Hispanic heritage. Our community came together to celebrate the diversity of music education in Newport News Public Schools. Held at Todd Stadium, the second annual NNPS Marching Band Expo showcased the talents of almost 500 elementary, middle, and high school student musicians. The evening kicked off with middle and high school students forming a mega band to perform the national anthem. Vice Mayor Curtis Bethany enthusiastically directed this impressive ensemble, which also gave middle school students an opportunity to learn alongside the more experienced high school musicians. 8th graders came together as an all-middle school band to perform Seven Nation Army. For weeks, each band rehearsed the same sheet music at their home schools, before rehearsing collectively for the first time right before the performance. And 2 of our city's youngest but super talented drumlines showcased their budding skills, with Katherine Johnson's Crimson Thunder and Riverside's Boomin' Bears performing. All 5 high school marching bands were invited to perform their current themed halftime shows, which they've been perfecting since the summer. There was a chance for the bands to encourage one another while appreciating the range of styles and musical selections at each high school. Throughout the evening, schools hosted tables to promote support through PTAs and band boosters, and families were eager to support their students by filling out airgrams, which school and city leaders kindly read over the loudspeakers to encourage our student musicians to continue working hard as they develop their musical talents. For the first time ever, Newport News High School students went head-to-head in a chalk art battle. Historic Hilton Village Incorporated partnered with Newport News Public Schools to host the Art Challenge during the 4th annual Hilton Art Walk and Busker Festival in late September. Leading up to the competition, student teams brainstormed ideas, agreed on a final design, and practiced their chalk art skills at their schools. On the Saturday morning of the Hilton Art Walk, teams came prepared with pop-up tents to protect their art from being ruined by the misty rain. By shading, blending, and creating depth on a flat surface, these student artists transformed a blank asphalt parking lot into a masterpiece just by using sticks of chalk. Event goers were welcome to watch the students in action as their works of art came to life. Once the chalk dust settled, Warwick High School was selected as the winning team. And if that wasn't enough creativity for one day, student art was on display for everyone to enjoy. Thanks to this community partnership, the Hilton Art Walk and Busker Festival was a wonderful event to showcase the artistic talents of the students in Newport News Public Schools. In early October, thousands of schools across the nation celebrated Walk and Roll to School Day, an annual event to ensure safe routes to school for all students. And Newport News Public Schools joined the celebration by moving and staying active. Students and staff at Newsom Park Elementary started their day less than a mile down the road at Heritage High School. Here, students and staff were joined by a kind police escort to ensure a safe trip to school. On wheels and on foot, the Navigator family had a fun, safe trek to school together. At Riverside Elementary, every class spent their resource time walking in front of the school to encourage physical activity. The energetic resource team handed out free pedometers so students could continue counting their steps at home. With music playing, students walked, danced, and skipped their way to forming healthy habits. And at Stony Run Elementary, students, staff, and Newport News police officers created a walking school bus, with friends joining the procession as they made their way to school. And school buses intentionally dropped students off right outside the school parking lot so everyone could join in the movement. The last week of October is celebrated as Red Ribbon Week to emphasize the full potential of youth living healthy, drug-free lives. All across Newport News Public Schools, students, staff, and families committed to be kind to your mind and live drug-free. The week kicked off with a Red Ribbon Community Walk in the Southeast community. Multiple schools came together for this annual event at the Monitor Merrimack Overlook Park. Kavine Johnson, a supervisor with the Community Criminal Justice Agency, talked to the students about the importance of staying drug-free to be successful in school and in life. The talented Crimson Thunder Drumline from Katherine Johnson Elementary then led a 1-mile community walk along the banks of the James River to celebrate living drug-free. Hilton Elementary brought their positive message of healthy choices to the streets as they paraded through historic Hilton Village. Weeks before the parade, Hilton held a t-shirt design contest for 3rd through 5th graders. This year's winning design was from 3rd grader Joel Todd, and every 3rd grade student wore his unique and creative design during the Red Ribbon Parade. After the parade, the students were treated to a personal performance from Warwick High School's talented drumline. At Knollwood Meadows, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade classes spent weeks working with music teacher Tamara Cox to write and choreograph their own Just Say No raps. In front of the entire school and families, each class performed their energetic raps to spread their drug-free message. And at Rich Neck Elementary, the Raccoons were joined by Denby's marching band for an upbeat Red Ribbon Parade. The Denby Soul Regiment led the way through Rich Neck's neighborhood, with students wearing red, holding signs, and chanting, "Just Say No to Drugs."